Welcome back to Iowa Live. And to rip off a phrase from Steve Martin in the movie The Jerk, the new best stuff is here. The new best stuff is here. Jackie, this is big news. This morning, people can start getting the CITVIEW Best of Des Moines, at their favorite location.
Yeah, CITVIEW magazine always doing some incredible things and truly a bullseye on some of the wonderful activities, best of great events that are happening in our community. So excited to have the man kind of at the helm leading the way, Shane Goodman, joining us here this morning after a very exciting evening last night where we had officially the Best of Awards.
We did, and we had a great time. And thank you to you guys for joining us.
Well, our honor
emceeing.
To do that. Now, everybody, how many people were talking that were over at Adventureland Palace Theater?
I think we had about 1,200 people.
1,200.
That's a record audience for us at this event.
Which is wonderful. And how many years have we been doing this? Because it's always been something special that CITVIEW has wanted to do, and that's really highlighting all the things that make our community what it is.
It is, and I believe this is the 12th year that we've been doing this now.
Woo.
That's amazing.
And I think you guys have been helping us for, we can't figure it out.
We can't figure it out.
But we love the outfits. Thank you, Milroy's, for helping us out with our tuxes, both ours, Shane, which is kind of cool. There's Jackie partying up, with one of the most talented people in the morning.
Well, you had Max Wellman playing, Tina Haas-Finley, as you saw there, but a big room ready for excitement last night.
Yeah, the entertainment's wonderful. I mean, anytime Max Wellman and his band is in the crowd, it's going to be great music. And Tina there as well. It's just fabulous.
Yeah, that was just the added bonus to it. But the thing that people, there's the crowd, just to give you an idea, this is as the festivities were getting up and going. So absolutely jam-packed and a very well-behaved crowd, we might add too, right, Shane?
Yes, it was.
And you had a very important message right at the beginning about do good things. Could you kind of recap a little bit about what you said last night going into 2020 in a positive way?
It's 3 simple words. Do good things. And that button, I can't even remember where I got the button from, and it really doesn't matter, but the fact that I couldn't find it this morning made it a little more troubling. But but do good things is just a great message, and it's really the theme for the whole Best of Des Moines event. All those businesses that we recognized last night, about 750 of them, that are truly doing good things in Des Moines. And what more can you ask for?
That's what it's all about.
It's fun to celebrate what people are doing right. And that's what that event's all about.
All right, let's celebrate some of the awards here. We just picked out a handful of these here, and we're going to just show you some of them. For example, if you have some visitors from out of town, where's the best place to take visitors, Jackie?
Well, as we take a look at the screen here.
Click on through.
Boom! Pappajohn Sculpture Park. But the best thing about all of this, Shane, is that all of the finalists.
Keep rolling through these here.
We got incredible. They could all literally be winners in this because they're all amazing things that we get to celebrate here in our community.
I think that's one of the things that maybe gets overlooked is that just to get in the top 3 in any one of these 249 categories is absolutely amazing in itself. Of course, everybody likes to be number 1.
Right, no question about it. But you see how the different people here, the best band, again, people had a chance to. How many people had a chance to vote on these different categories?
Well, we had over 10,000 votes total. I think it was close to 10,400. We talk about that a lot, the real impact of that. You think about how many people vote in a school board election or in a city council election. There's more votes in the Best of Des Moines poll than in most of those types of elections.
Wow.
That really says something about the loyalty.
And you broke down, we just saw the institutions of higher learning. You have the private schools, you have the community colleges, you have the major universities all represented. Radio stations, that was a big one here. We had Ron Sorensen there. He was in the back just checking things out. Also Scott, from that same radio station, got the best of for the
CITVIEW readers love KFMG.
Yes, they do. A big Ken and Colleen, along with Kurt, best radio personalities. Guy we've seen on this program many a times, Jackie.
Yeah, Damon Dotson for best musician. And these are all categories that really cover the gamut from media to musicians to your favorite beverage, your favorite place to visit. You guys cover everything that's in our community of what makes it great.
And when it comes to sporting events, too, you have that covered. And elected officials, that's another one that was on the list as well.
We actually narrowed the list down a little bit this year. I think we had about 270 some categories in the past, and that really helped. The night went by pretty quickly.
It did, but it was actually really nice. It was a nice pace, and people had a chance to enjoy themselves. And you had some great food there too. People were commenting about the food over at the Best of ceremony because it was in a separate room, so we had to go back into a separate room and really take care of that too.
Yeah, the folks at Adventureland are wonderful. Kim Krantz and the whole crew there. They know how to put on events.
Yeah, this is the one that we got a charge out of. The best bathroom facility was Von Maur, and people actually stood up and cheered. You know, their arms went over their head going, yeah!
It is pretty fancy. But just a lot of great things to celebrate. What gets CityView excited about being a part of this for so many years?
You know, in the early years, the voter turnout was much lighter. So it didn't take a whole lot to win a category. But now with this many votes, it's just neat to see the passion that comes out of people when they care about things like the best bathroom in town.
Right. And that's the thing and you had the best dive bar. We saw that. Fancy Pants Bar was another one that we saw too. Yeah.
But people really take advantage and utilize this accreditation, because you'll see businesses that show been the best of for how many years on this outside of their storefronts, windows. People utilize this to say the public has spoken and they really enjoy this location.
You know, we hear a lot about search engine optimization in the digital world.
Right.
Well, if you type in and Google in best, whatever it might be, Des Moines, you're going to pull up. That business that wins that is going to pull up in one of the top 3 simply because of how they scored in this event.
I love it.
Kim Bear was there in force yesterday too. Congratulations. I think 5 in a row for Kim Bear for the CityView Best Of. So congratulations to her and a bunch of other ones that really took home the honor. And that's also a sense of pride too. How many of these can you win in a row? I believe we mentioned that Bebop's, I think, has run the slate since CityView.
I believe
has been
so.
in charge here too for the hamburger. They got fries yesterday and hangover place too.
Absolutely. So we're continuing on a great tradition that really brings pride back to our community. So we thank you for that, and again, allowing us to be part of it. But we're forging on, and there's more great things to get ready for this year, including a wonderful event you guys have around the corner.
We do. We have another event coming up on February 21st. That's a Friday from 5 to 9 p.m. at West Glen Town Center.
Yeah, just a couple of weeks. Roll that video if we can, and we'll show you what we're talking about. Okay, keep going.
Well, it's called our Chocolate Walk, and it is it's really a fun event. So you get to come to this and partake in 10 different samples of various cocktails at establishments at West Glen. You get to do a little shopping, you get some chocolate treats, so it's kind of a chocolate overload, but who doesn't love chocolate?
So chocoholics can rejoice.
Absolutely.
At the Chocolate Walk. And
it's
the
a fun
cost to
event.
get involved with the Chocolate Walk is what?
If you pre-order the tickets at dmcityview.com, they are $20. If you come that night, it's $30.
Okay, so this is something that you're not going to forget and you'll be talking about for quite a long time. It is the Chocolate Walk. So we're looking forward to it. Just a couple of weeks, right?
You're correct.
Wonderful. Well done last night, Shane. You did a great job, kicking the ceremony off and then concluding the ceremony. But another question is, where in the world can people find CityView on the shelves this morning, right?
They are being delivered as we speak.
Okay.
And keep in mind, we put out about 30,000 copies of these in 700 locations, and they'll be gone. So grab a copy while you can. These will jump off of the racks pretty quickly.
Yeah, and we mentioned last night up on stage too, you want to keep this around because especially if you have out-of-town visitors or you're looking for an idea, something to do any given day of the week, you can pull this up and just use it as a reference guide. So some of the best places that are in Des Moines with CityView's Best Of Edition.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were only able to cover a fraction of what we talked about last night. So get all the details of what really makes our community the best of, while looking forward ahead to other amazing events, because that's what you guys are all about, giving us the latest of what's happening in our community.
Wonderful. And thank you for all you guys do with it too. You've been a wonderful partner of ours. We appreciate it very much.
Great job.
All right. It's all about the good things happening, and we appreciate it again. So pick up the latest edition on newsstands this morning at 700 locations all around the area. Make sure you pick up your CityView magazine.